This one's for you, Cardi. She's filled with that, and now filling with some diesel. A big old, good old Massey. Got the round biller on it. Oh, back home. Thing is dirty. Yeesh. Working now? Yeah, it is.
Now hopefully it'll stay when I pull forward. That's the main drop.
Feels okay to me anyway. Most of them are friendly. Haven't tamed the kittens yet. They're still a little scared of me. They're slowly warming up though. Yep. Whew, that anhydrous is nasty stuff. Can't breathe that in, otherwise it'll kill you if you get enough of it in. It sucks the moisture out of anything it touches, literally. So if you breathe it in, it's best to breathe it in through your nose for a little bit because it's a smaller hole and your nose has a filter, so it won't kill you as fast. But man, gotta be real careful with that stuff. Ugh, gross. It smells like allergy medicine, like that nasal spray that you put. Exactly what it's like, but it's like just a lot more disgusting and, you know, deadly. So that's kind of cool. That was a bit of a drive, but with a couple cars and semis, that was a little sketchy there. So see if he's gonna get going or not, or what he wants to do. But I'm definitely having the window rolled up if he does. Looks like it's working. Sorry, you guys have a better shot of the windshield wasn't so disgusting. Yeah. So this implement, this is the undercutter. This is what we're using to apply anhydrous on. We were using the Fellow Master when I just tilled the ground like regular, or like normal, that you guys have seen. So this is a completely different implement. It's a little bit wider than the undercutter. Or I'm sorry, this undercutter is a bit wider than the Fellow Master. So it has over twice the size of duck feet. Doesn't have as much duck feet, and has much liner, or has much bigger line of tube for anhydrous tanks and stuff. So everything's looking good over here. Just checking these, make sure they're still rolling, and I can tell the anhydrous is still coming out because I can smell it. Ugh. Woo, it's real strong right there where the wind blows. Ugh. Don't want to breathe that in too much. Nasty stuff. Ugh. Back to it. Hot out here. Blech. Well, there's another 50, close to 50 acres done there. So the guy who updated the software and stuff in that, they're having all kinds of problems because it's in between two different types of tractors. So it's like kind of a test variety from the old one, like an updated version, but it's not kept up to date with the newer ones. So it's really just, I don't know, finicky. So there's no GPS, so I have no idea if I actually got everything or not. But I drove around and everything looks fine. But yeah, you can tell I'm hot. I'm all red. AC in that doesn't really work great either. I'm not sure what's wrong. You know, almost essentially a brand new tractor, and you know, you're having problems with that. It's kind of frustrating. So, you know, that's the newest one we have. But always something, right? So hopefully they get that fixed and that's taken care of. But I'm gonna finally go home and eat supper. It's about 6 o'clock now, so I came out here around, I don't know, 1 something. So about 5 hours working out here. But
758 points. What does that mean?
huh. Look at the size of that sucker. This isn't much bigger than your 7720, is it? Really?
305 horsepower.
Huh.
A lot further up the steps.
They're made of that plastic stuff again that we saw on that other tractor. I wonder what the back looks like.
Basically a red pin.
Huh.
Same I don't like all this stuff here, the mud, driving in the winter time.
All piles up and stuff or whatever.
How much mud gets out on top of that thing?
That's what, 2 feet, 3 feet? How much PTO is it pushing on this?
It's just 1,000 PTO. We couldn't, like with our, this is too big, we wouldn't be able to build, square build this.
Really? This is like more like grain card and kind of stuff, more heavier duty.
It's supposed to be the size cars, but like I said, you have to get a smaller one in this, or you can't get a 550 PTO. Oh,
yeah. Well, they all got in there.
It's got a small 1,000.
Huh.
It might have a 540. Can't see the end of it. That's a big 1,000. It must not have. I wonder if it doesn't have one in it right now. And these things.
Yeah, it is. Good night. I like how, like, there's a lot more clearance on the side of the engine, too. Just from looking at it.
That's because it doesn't have loader brackets.
Yeah, I guess that makes it... Do these bigger ones have a loader, or...?
I don't know if you could get a loader on this one or not.
So is this smaller than that Fent over there, then?
Yeah. Look, they're smaller. That's a 930.
Okay.
This is all the same. Got the park lock.
Your cup holders are right there. That might be kind of annoying.
Oh, it splashes all over your window?
Yeah.
Those actually aren't cup holders, though.
Unless those are for, like...
trade and stuff. Still don't have a very big football.
No.
I think they've only got one. I've heard people complain. So
Yeah.
This has the newer monitor, and then the one's up there.
So that's where you have, like, your, like, speed and temperatures and everything, I'm guessing?
Yeah. And then this would be...
This is the 930? This Fent is... There's just so much going on with this. Huh. Seeing out the back.
Said he called the guy to ask him about the job. He asked me where I lived, and I told him. He said, where exactly in town do you live? So it was kind of the freakiest thing.
All the different hybrids. $119 days. Looks pretty decent. Beans. Aries. What are they naming this one? Speed Road 20. Well, I am back home now, and there was a couple of skid loaders and four-wheelers that we looked at. Of course, we're not going to buy any of it, but very interesting experience. That was one of the Beck's hosts that they were holding. Very cool to see, and there's some good presentations. I tried not to film too much because I don't think they really like that too much. And also, you know, we're in the public. People don't like to exactly be shown. So that's why I didn't film as much as I was wanting to. But very pleasant experience. Very cool to see the tests that they're doing versus drones and just regular ground sprayers and planes and stuff and helicopters. Very cool. They they definitely got a lot going on, a lot of field tests they're doing. They had literally, I think, like 100 different hybrids of soybeans, corn, and Milo, as you guys saw there, in those fields and stuff. That was really cool. And those were the biggest tractors I've ever physically been in. That was a Fendt 930. That was the bigger one. And then the other one was a Massey 8S305. So that's pretty cool. As far as getting those, if I ever was to like become a big farmer, so to say, which I don't think it's really going to happen. I mean, one day I might have to get big a little bit, you know, like 2,000 acres, 3,000 acres, maybe. But if I was to get them, I'd probably definitely get that Massey. Very, very cool tractor. And the Fendt's a little too big for me. And because for those of you who still don't know, I got 2 eye disabilities. And I kind of like the smaller equipment because of that reason. It's easier to see out of, it's easier to connect, easier to work with. There's a lot less that you have to worry about breaking, and there's a lot less that will break. And it's also a lot cheaper, you know, like the that one Massey that I showed, the video where I named it, I want to buy me a Massey, that's like $150,000 tractor. That's something I'd buy. That's a lot of money. That Fendt that we were in was like 600,000 easily. And then that bigger Massey, that 8S that I said that I would get if I was to go big, that's 400,000. So roughly is usually what they're, that could be wrong, it could be more or less, but based on just experience and knowledge of other tractors that are similar, it'd be somewhere in that range. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that. It's very cool to see what they're doing. I don't really know if we're ever gonna get a drone. It's pretty easy to get as far, I mean, the drone itself is like, I think the cheapest they have is $20,000 ones, and then bigger ones, I think they go up to 50. I could be wrong on that. I'd have to double check that, but that does sound correct. The other thing to get those is that we'd also have to get a drone license, which is a 107, because we are technically flying an aircraft. Super easy to pass. I've actually considered doing it myself, and I kind of wish I did it already, but it's just like a week studying. You basically just study all the laws of when you can and can't fly, when it's safe to, when it's safe not to, what areas you're allowed to fly in, all that stuff. It's pretty basic. It's just, you know, pretty much the same as if you were to get like a helicopter or just a regular pilot's license. It's very, very close, and if not the same, as far as just basic, very basic rules. So that's pretty interesting. I definitely think I might get it one day. That'd be really neat. I know that you have to pay for the class, which is like $1,000, and then you have to take the exam, which is another $100-something, with the Part 107, and then to get your license, you have to pay, I think, another $100 for it, and you have to get it renewed every 2 years. You have to take the test and get it renewed every 2 years. And then as far as spraying, you have to get one for spraying for the chemicals. You need I think it's called an air, it's like an air something license, so that way you can spray, you know, so that way you're legally certified. You know, you're not going to get in trouble with the law or anything like that. That does still apply. So it's just 2 licenses and a week of studying, and then getting it renewed every 2 years. Pretty honestly a lot easier than I expected it to be, but I hear pretty much everyone passes the test who's taken it that I've watched videos on and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm gonna get going, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Peace.